Hi, crafty friends. Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on YouTube. Today, I'm creating a layout for the February 2026 Bramblefox Instagram hop. So be sure to head over to Instagram and follow each creator, like and comment each post for your chance to win. I will leave all that linked down below in the description box. I also wanted to tell you about the challenge over in the Bramblefox Friends Facebook group. I am hosting the challenge this month, and all you need to do is post a layout with some stitching and something Bramblefox on your layout to enter to win a prize. All right, the cut file I'm going to use today is from Bramblefox, and it is this gorgeous vertical heart design, and it's so pretty. I can't wait to show you. All right, I did go ahead and cut this out on my Cricut, and what I love about Bramblefox is the pieces that go behind, so like the backing pieces, they automatically size for you just to fit directly behind the cut image. It is so wonderful. If you haven't tried one of their cut files, I highly recommend it. Now, I did cut both of these pieces in white, and then I used some Victorian Velvet Distress Oxide ink. I am going to use this paper here, and this is from Paper Rose. I did cut this to 10 by 10, and then I've got this gorgeous paper, and this is from Simple Stories Junk Drawer. And I thought these colors would go perfectly with my photo. So I'm going to layer these up and then kind of put the hearts on top. I haven't decided which paper is going to go on top. Here's that Distress Oxide ink that I colored the inside of the hearts with, the backing pieces, that Victorian Velvet. And then here's my photo that I'm going to scrapbook. And my daughter is right there in the center in the pink, and that's Tatum. And this was her junior winter formal. So they just had winter formal. I have tons of photos to scrapbook, and I love it. And then I have this perspective from Bramblefox. It says cherish these days, and the color couldn't be more perfect. So I love all of these elements together. So I'm going to go ahead and move this to the side, and let's go ahead and get started. I do want to distress all the edges of my pattern papers, so I will finish that up off camera. I love the look of that. All right, I'm back. I have those papers distressed, and now I just need to figure out, I originally thought I wanted the brick on top because that pattern is kind of busy. I just want it to be peeking out from the edges just to see that pink, but I think it might distract from my heart. So I think I want to put that behind and then just maybe have little edges peeking out. Let me see if I can get the angle how I want it. Like I said, both of these are cut to 10 by 10, so I'm just going to layer them up on top of each other, just a little bit of that Simple Stories junk drawer paper peeking out from the edge. And then you can see here how that cut file is just really going to pop by layering it over top. So I'm going to go ahead and add some glue. Now the funny thing is I'm hosting the challenge over in the Facebook group with stitching, and I didn't actually add stitching to this layout. So be sure if you're recreating any of the layouts today from the Instagram hop that you do head over and add a layout with stitching to the Bramblefox Facebook friends group. All right, so I'm going to layer this one on top. I'm just trying to see. I think I want a little bit more pink peeking out. So this brick paper, this wood paper, it is from Paper Rose. I will leave it linked down below. I'll have to look up which paper pack it's from. But the reason that I chose the brick is because there is a brick background behind the girls in the photo. So this is the friends group that my daughter is in, and all of these girls went to a private school up until high school, and so this is their class, and then they now go to a public high school, but they've all stayed really close friends and together, so I love that. So they always get a photo together at each of their dances. You can see here I used some scrap paper to back my hearts with. I used like a backing paper, and it kind of has a slick finish. I wasn't sure how it would take the ink, but it did take the ink nicely. That was that Victorian Velvet, and look at that with that cut file on there. Isn't that so pretty? I already love it. So let me bring in my photo. I did print this 5 by 7. I print all my photos at home. I have the Epson PictureMate 400. And 5 by 7 is the largest that it'll print. And then I did back it on some white cardstock also. So I think I want my photo a little something like this, just over off to the edge, so it will cover up my cut file just a bit. And now I want to bring in some decorating pieces. So I am going to back my photo with a little bit of foam. This is just some cheap craft foam, and I cut it pretty large so that it wouldn't bubble in the center or anything. So I've got my foam on here. I'm not going to glue my photo down yet because I want to bring in some embellishments. So I've got some embellishments. Oh, here's my title. I'm going to place that down here at the bottom, and I want to make sure I leave enough room. So I've got like these 2 torn tickets, and that's from that Simple Stories junk drawer. I am going to fumble with them for just a moment. I think I'll end up gluing them together just to kind of overlap them a little bit. But they're like torn tickets, and they came this way in the pack, that junk drawer pack. So I like that. I like the color. I mainly picked these because of the color. And then I thought, well, tickets and the dance, I mean, that makes sense. So I will glue these together, just kind of wonky like this. And then I'll layer them. I'm struggling. I'm going to lay them underneath the photo, kind of like this. And then I'm going to move that title back down. I've got this element here, and this came in the junk drawer collection as well. And then I've got a couple pink tickets that I want to bring in and kind of put over top of those white tickets, just kind of peeking out, and I love that. I'm going to go ahead and glue the pink tickets down to this larger embellishment cluster so that I can put this on here. And I want it right at the top of that brick paper, so I'll move my photo down just a bit because I want that butterfly to show. All right, and then for my other embellishments, I'm going to bring in some 49 and Market Whispering Way. I've got their laser cut elements, and I think they are so pretty. So I'm really mixing and matching collections, and that's something that I really had fun with on this layout, is just going through my embellishments. I was really looking for items that were pink. I really wanted to play up the pink color to draw your eye to Tatum in the photo. I mean, there's all these girls are all wearing pretty much every color. We've got purple, red, blue, green, yellow. I mean, every color there. So with Tatum being the only one in pink, I thought that would really look nice. Did you see I put the glue on the wrong side first? Whew. I almost messed this all up, but luckily I was able to just wipe that glue off with my finger. I'm going to go ahead and glue the title down. Now this Cherish These Days, this came in a recent Fox Box Plus subscription. So Bramblefox is actually an acrylic title company. They have perspectives, and you can subscribe to their subscription kit, which is called the Fox Box. And they also have a Fox Box Plus. Now the Fox Box Plus includes a stencil and then also some images that you can fussy cut. So of course I subscribe to that. I am on the Bramblefox cut file team, so I have access to their cut files, and I absolutely love them. They're really inexpensive on their website, so if you ever get a chance, I highly recommend that you purchase 1 or 2 or more because they're just so easy to work with. Like I said, they're not like other cut files from other companies, because they're grouped together, and when you size them, the inside pieces don't just cut out the inside and then, you tuck them in. They actually are a little bit larger so that they have like a little lip so that you can glue them to the top backing piece. I hope that makes sense. I have some other videos, and I will leave my Bramblefox, I think I have a Bramblefox playlist on my channel. If not, I need to start one, so I will leave that link down below. I have a video where I show in Cricut Design Space what I'm talking about. All right, I got glue on my photo, so I ended up gluing this flower onto my photo. That wasn't my initial plan, and I don't really care for it glued to my photo, but it's how I can fix this mistake here of getting the glue. I didn't want to have to reprint the photo, so I think this will be okay, just tucking in the flowers and the leaves right here. So these little flowers are from that 49 and Market Whispering Way, and I have quite a few of these that I'll bring in. So here we go. Here's the laser cuts, And I'm just trying to pick out the pink flowers. And so I think I'm going to add a few onto the hearts as well to just really add some embellishments here. And I love that with that larger leaf up there. So I'm going to do that. I am using liquid tacky glue. So this bottle, this fine line bottle applicator, I purchased on Amazon. But then the glue I just pick up at the store pretty much weekly. I go through a lot of glue. It's surprising how much glue I go through. But they also sell tacky glue on Amazon as well. So I found another little flower here, and I think I do want to add another flower. I don't know if that's the right one, so I'm just kind of thinking about it. I'm going to dry fit it here. I think actually I'll place this little lighter colored one over here on another heart. And then I'll find another leaf and place it down as well. I like the lighter color pink flowers over on the hearts so they don't take away from the hearts. They're just kind of there, but I don't feel like my eye is naturally drawn to them. I'm flipping through more of these little laser cuts. And here's another one of these darker pink flowers. I think I'll add that on the photo. Like I said, if I had this to do over again, I don't think I would have glued flowers directly to my photo, but it is what it is. I'm going with it. I really love this large floral swag, and I thought I wanted it in the corner. Wouldn't that be pretty right there? But I do pause the camera in just a moment and I think about where I want it, and it does make its way back to the layout, so stay tuned. We will bring that back. Meanwhile, I'm going to keep punching out some of these florals. So maybe one up here. I'll have to think about that one. And then I've got some more leaves. So that looks pretty, but I don't know if I really like it up there. It's kind of just out of place. So I will think about that. Here we go. Down here, I do like the flower down here on the bottom. Let me see if I can find a different leaf, maybe one with 2 leaves. And then I will tack that down. So really, I've got the gist of the layout here, and it was super simple design. 2 10x10 pattern papers, and then my heart cut file. And you see how much that really adds, that cut file just adds so much interest. And my title, I love my title and how it really matches. So I've got a couple more pieces and I will bring those in, and then this will wrap up today's layout. So I am going to bring in this floral swag, and I'm going to glue that up here to the top of the photo, just kind of brushing the photo, and I love the way that looks and framing it in. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. Don't forget to check out the description box. The actual hop to enter for Bramblefox for a chance to win is over on Instagram, so I will leave my Instagram post link down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!